there's a small hole there in the radiator. Once you pull this cover off, right behind there. Of course, it's Sunday and most of the dealers are closed that are around here. We just noticed it on like our last 2 gas stops. We had seen like some coolant there on the ground. And we got to the next stop, we seen it again, we was like, for sure, we knew it was my bike. Alright guys, we have made it to our first gas fill up here in Virginia. The temperature is dropping. I don't like it. So plugging in for this stop, and I'm keeping my rain gear on because we've still been going through some patches of rain. But other than that, guys, it's been a great ride, decent ride, and we still have a lot of miles ahead of us. We've been putting some riding in. So we've been riding for almost 12 hours. Not quite 12 yet, but almost 12 hours. We are somewhere in Indiana. It's like one of those small towns. Just stopped for gas real quick. We have about 550 more miles to get to where we plan on shutting it down tonight in Iowa. Pretty much in the same place where we shut it down last year, to Council Bluffs, Iowa. And we'll be shutting it down there. Like I said, we got about 550 more miles. As far as traffic has not been bad at all. Only in like Indiana, right outside of Indianapolis, traffic got a little hectic there. But of course, you know, riding with GPS kind of rerouted us, so we were able to go around traffic a little bit there, which was pretty great. So we didn't have to sit in any long traffic at all. As far as weather has gotten so much better. Haven't had to put my rain gear back on since I took it off. I have been riding with my heater jacket on because it was still a little cool earlier, but now actually I can take this off, but I probably won't. I'm just gonna leave it on. I don't have to turn it on or anything to use it for that, but the sun is out, so I'm not gonna complain about that part now. No more rain. And probably about 2 more gas stops and we will be shutting it down for the night. Yeah, it's been going great though. We did plan originally to leave Friday, but the weather was real bad. Like it was thunderstorms and like heavy rain and like in our path. So that's why we decided to wait and just gonna leave early this morning. So we did that, and we left about 3:40 this morning. I think it was about 3:45. So, yeah. We're getting these miles down, getting on down the road, and I'll probably check in with y'all when we get to the hotel. Not at the next guest stop or anything. Just when we get to the hotel. Guys, we have made it to the hotel. Oh, my watch is dead. Let's see. It's 10:49, but we got here about 20 minutes ago. Of course, we had to call and check in with our kids and everything. We rode... How many hours did we ride, babe? 19 hours. 1,270 miles today. And we are in Council Bluffs, Iowa. So we have like 7.5 hours to make it to Rapid City, South Dakota tomorrow, which we won't have to get up super early to get there. Also, before we leave, we got to check on my bike. It started at the last 2 gas stops. It started leaking some coolant, and we got to like check on that leak and see what's causing it, because of course we checked everything over before we left. There wasn't anything going on. There was no leakage. I don't recall running over anything while riding. So we'll get up in the morning, check that out, see what's going on with that. Hopefully nothing too serious, and should be an easy fix for us. Other than that, right now we're about to grab something to eat. walking over to the IHOP. And then we're gonna call it a night because we're exhausted. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, Tip Squad. It's another day. I am well rested, definitely well rested. I normally leave out a lot earlier than what I'm leaving this morning, but it's all good. It's all right because when I get to South Dakota, I don't plan on doing anything a whole lot this first day anyway, and it's Sunday. But as I briefly told y'all last night that I had a coolant leak and we was trying to figure out where it is, but it was dark and we weren't gonna be able to see. So we'll in the morning we'll get up, we'll look at it and see what's going on. So that's exactly what we did. Hubby got up, checked the bike out, and we found a small hole in my radiator. And my mind is blown because I'm gonna have to show it to you guys later because we already took the radiator cover off and we put it back on. But there is no damage to my radiator cover at all. It's perfectly intact. It's a little dirty. So it's dirty and all, of course, but there's no damage to it. And literally right once you pull this cover off, right behind there's a small hole there in the radiator. And of course, when my bike is leaning to the side, it's leaking, but when it's sitting straight up, it's not leaking at all. Of course, it's Sunday and most of the dealers are closed that are around here, that are near and that are in the path. There's one that's 50 miles out of the way, but I don't think I really want to go out of the way. So hubby is gonna run up to AutoZone and grab some coolant. And like I said, it's not leaking while I'm riding or anything. I'm not getting any service lights that are coming on, and my temperature isn't rising there. I rode it all the way here, and who knows when that hole happened, like I said, because we just noticed it on our last two gas stops when we stopped to get gas, and we had seen some coolant there on the ground, and it's what? And then we set the bike up and we didn't see anything dripping or anything. I rocked the bike back and forth, it was nothing. So I was okay, maybe there's nothing. And like I said, and then we got to the next stop, we seen it again, it was for sure, we knew it was my bike. So yeah, come along with riding, guys. When you're riding, anything can happen out here on the road, so just be prepared for what could happen. So yes, it's one of those things things like that can happen out here on the road. So he's gonna get some coolant so we can put some in it just to keep my bike from running hot, if anything, while I'm sitting here waiting, because we got to put it in here while the bike is cool and not hot or anything. Oh yes, your girl is learning, you hear me? Hubby makes sure I'm taken care of, make sure that I know how to do things for myself as well. But we have 7.5 hours to get into Rapid City, South Dakota, from Council Bluff, Iowa here. And I intend to get there today. And we're going to try to make it to Black Hills Harley Davidson. We looked up their hours. They close at 8 o'clock tonight. If I have to sit down all day Sunday, so be it. If I have to ride on the back with hubby, so be it, just for today. And hopefully they can get it fixed and I can have it back by tomorrow, or at least tomorrow. And I can be back on my own two wheels. Other than that, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to be sad, depressed, or upset about anything because it can happen. Thank God I'm here. Thank God I'm safe. And I'm able to get out here and ride. So I'm not going to be upset about how it goes, as long as I can get there and get back home safely. I know I'm kind of all over the place now because I'm jumping way back. But we didn't intend to ride the 1,200 miles that we rode last night. Friday, we were going to leave Friday after I got off work and everything. But unfortunately, my grandfather passed away this week, and we had his funeral Friday. So yesterday, Friday. Yesterday was Saturday. But Friday after the funeral, I just was mentally and emotionally drained. And there's no way I was going to be able to get on the road with that. And the weather, it was severe rain storms, in our path that we were going anyway. Pouring down rain, you wouldn't be able to see while riding. You really would have to pull over. So we wouldn't have made it far anyway. So it just kind of happened. So I was well, other than me being, like I said, mentally and emotionally drained anyway, and I wasn't just prepared to just get on the road just yet. So we ended up just like, we'll just leave out Saturday early and just head on down, and that's what we did. So here we are. But I'm grateful that I'm here. And I do, again, want to mention, like I always say, spending time and making and creating those memories with your family is important. It's important, guys. You want to let your family know, you want to let your loved ones know that you love them while they're here. And memories last forever. We're not going to last forever, but memories do. And so try to create them, get out there with your family and do those things. I'm telling you now, I'm going to miss my grandfather dearly. As I always called him, my daddy. You know, he was a big part of my life. And he did so much for me. And I appreciate everything that he did. And I enjoyed every moment that I had him here. So, me, I'm not a crier on camera. So, I'm definitely not going to do it. I feel myself getting emotional, but I will not cry on camera. So, I just can't do that to myself. I can't record myself crying. But listen, changing the subject now. So, I'm here, Council Bluffs, Iowa. Waiting for hubby to return back from AutoZone, like I said. And then we're getting ready to just watch everything, keep an eye on it. And we're going to just head on in to Rapid City, South Dakota. So I'll check in with y'all in a minute. All right, guys, so hubby made it back with the coolant. Big, huge shout out to Tay over at Blackjack Harley Davidson in Florence. Y'all know that those are my family now. Everyone down there, that's my family. So we get to call them when we need some assistance or something. But he let us know what type of coolant, because they didn't have any Harley coolant there. So he let us know what kind of coolant we can get to put into the bike. Because on these 24s, like with the system that they have, this bike will shut off. It was not any more coolant in there. So we got some in there. Fingers crossed that we're going to make it out to South Dakota. Once I get there, like I was mentioning earlier, I try to get into Black Hills Harley Davidson, and they hopefully get this bike fixed today, if not tomorrow, and I don't have to ride on the back like the whole time, okay? But fingers crossed, we'll get ready to get on this road. We're already way behind schedule.
You guys are more adventurous than us. We're just
All right, guys, so I know the last time I talked to you guys, I was in Iowa, Council Bluffs. But I met a couple fellas here, guys. They are just heading into Sturgis for their first time. You guys can say hey to the camera. You didn't have to run away.
We don't want to interfere. Hey, how y'all doing?
I can't say hey.
A legend.
No.
A legend. We met a legend.
We famous.
So, this is your first time coming to Sturgis?
First time coming to Sturgis. Knock off the bucket list.
Where are you coming from?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. What's your name?
Trey.
Big dude.
Blair.
Well, y'all know we're going to go over here and look at their bike. Somebody else is missing.
He went in there.
He went in the store. Okay. All right.
That's gold.
So far, how was your ride coming in?
It was good. Yeah, it's good. No
Was it
complaints.
windy coming in here?
The last 300 was, yeah.
We had to stop every 100 miles.
Well,
That's
a good thing for us.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I was telling everybody about. Like, as soon as you get in these open fields, it is extremely windy. So yes, but it's still fun. It's still adventurous. There's nothing you can't handle.
It rained a little bit. It was windy too. And during the rain,
Oh yeah, but I think everybody should experience it at least one time.
at least one time.
Coming here to South Dakota. It is a big state. I'm gonna tell you that. As soon as you hit the line, though, you don't think you're here. You got a long way to go.
But there's some open highways where you can kind of stretch it out.
Speed limit is 80.
80.
Speed limit is 80.
80 helps.
It does.
Am I ever gonna get there? Am I ever gonna get there? Am I ever gonna get there? I guess we'll see. Am I ever gonna get there? Am I ever gonna get there? Am I ever gonna get there?
What a day, y'all. What a day. But we have made it into Rapid City. It's 6:44 right now. We get to gain another hour though. We gain 2 hours coming from home, so that's good. But we're probably gonna get something to eat, and we're gonna be calling it a day, and then I'll be moving about the rest of the week. But I gotta give you guys an update about the radiator. The last time I talked to you guys about the radiator, hubby ran up and got the coolant. We put it in there, and I just was able to ride all the way here. Of course, it leaked a little when I was stopped. It didn't leak at all while I'm riding, so that's awesome. So I want to give a huge big shout out to Elias over at Bad Boy Cycles. But I knew that they were here, and I called him to do a huge favor for me. So a big shout out to him for doing that favor. He went up to Black Hills Harley Davidson for me, because you can't call them. They have an automated message set up saying that it's so busy, they're not answering the phone or anything like that. So you have to pretty much see them in person. So I want to thank him again for going up there, and he said he waited in line an hour just to get to the service department. I needed to find out if they had the part there that I needed, the radiator, and to see if they'd be able to work on my bike. Well, considering that, you know, it's super busy, the answer is no and no. They don't have the part in. If they order it, it would take 5 days to get here. So that's a no-go for me. Can't wait 5 days for that. And it would at least take them at least a day or so to get the bike in once they got the part in. So that is a no-go. Everything is no. So considering I'm still able to ride my bike, I just have to make sure I keep coolant in it, but it's not pouring out at a rate where it's like I'm having to put it in there every stop. So I'm just gonna work with it, do what I gotta do, and get back home, and we're gonna get it put together. And we'll have a new radiator in Meg. Amongst the radiator issue, guys, we stopped to get gas, and I took my gloves off and everything. Then hubby and I would get back on the highway. We're almost here, by the way. We're probably about an hour away. As I was like, oh shoot, I forgot like my gloves. I realized I didn't have my gloves on. And by the time I realized that, it was only one. So I come here, I lost a glove. The radiator got whole. And other than that, thank God I made it safely. After all that riding, huh, hun? You exhausted?
Yes.
But we made it, so thank God for that. We'll get ready, like I said, get something to eat, and probably hang out for a little bit here in the room for the rest of the night. And then we'll get the party started tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later.